In this video, we will demonstrate how to install a Leviton humidity sensor and fan control. Here's a list of tools you will need to complete the installation: a Phillips head screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, a voltage tester, a wire stripper cutter, electrical tape, wire nuts, and depending upon your current wiring, you may require an additional piece of wire for pigtailing. The Leviton humidity sensor and fan control detects excess humidity in a room and automatically activates the ventilation fan to help reduce condensation. It can replace a standard switch as long as there's a neutral present and has a variety of features that allow you to customize it to your personal preferences. Before we get started, if you're not comfortable or familiar with working with electrical wiring, contact a licensed electrician. Start by shutting off the power at the breaker and use a tester to ensure that the power is completely off at the device. Remove the existing wall plate and the device's mounting screws. Next, carefully pull out the device from the wall box and remove the wires from the terminal screws. Using wire nuts, cap off the wires that were removed from the switch. In this example, there are two black wires and you need to determine which one is the line or hot wire. To do this, turn the breaker on. Carefully use the voltage tester to test each wire. The hot wire will be indicated by the tester. Once identified, turn off the breaker to shut power. Test to ensure the power is off. Use a small piece of electrical tape to label the line or hot wire. In this example, there are two black wires which are the line and the load, a copper wire which is the ground, and two white wires that are capped off which are the neutral. Next, you need to be sure that the wires are prepared for installation. Start by removing the wire nuts from the line and load wires. Make sure that the ends of the wires from the wall box are straight and stripped approximately 5/8 of an inch. If not, you may need to cut them. You can use the strip gauge located on the back of the humidity sensor and fan control as your guide. In this example, the neutral wires are capped off. In order to wire it to the device, an additional piece of wire is needed to make the connection. This is referred to as a pigtail connection. Remove the wire nut, twist the third white wire together, and tighten the wire nut. Before wiring, it's also important that you identify the device terminal screws to ensure that you are wiring it correctly. The black or BK terminal is for the line or hot wire. The silver or WH terminal is for the neutral wire. The red or RD terminal is for the load or fan wire, and the green terminal is for the ground wire. This device can be wired two ways, either side wire or back wire. In this example, we will be back wiring the device. Start with the copper ground wire. Feed it into the back of the green terminal screw and tighten the screw to secure. Next, take the black line or the wire previously identified as the hot wire and feed it into the back of the black terminal screw and tighten the screw to secure. Continue the same process, connecting the white neutral wire to the silver terminal screw, and lastly, the black load wire to the red terminal screw. Gently bend the wires and push into the wall box. Partially screw in the mounting screws in the wall box mounting holes. Restore power at the circuit breaker and the status light on the device will illuminate green. Press the fan icon on the humidity sensor. The exhaust fan should turn on and the LED on the device will blink. If it does, you have properly installed the device. Now, press the fan icon again to turn the device off and turn the power off at the circuit breaker. Complete the installation by tightening the mounting screws into the wall box. The humidity sensor and fan control has three settings which can be adjusted. The first setting is the humidity sensitivity adjustment. The second setting is the time adjustment, and the third setting is used for the air cycle mode or to adjust the humidity set points. To adjust the settings on the device, carefully remove the faceplate of the device by pressing your thumb down on the bottom and pulling the top outward. Humidity levels within a room can change based on a variety of reasons, including the change of seasons. In order to avoid false activation of the fan, you can adjust the ambient humidity setting. By turning the dial clockwise, it will increase the sensitivity so the device will respond faster to lower levels of humidity. Turning the dial counterclockwise will decrease the sensitivity for higher humidity levels, which will reduce false activation of the fan. The time adjustment allows you to set the length of time you want the fan to remain on once activated. 1 equals 10 minutes, 2 equals 20 minutes, 3 equals 30 minutes, and 4 equals 45 minutes. If you're using the humidity sensor for periodic ventilation in areas such as damp basements or home spas, rotate the humidistat dial clockwise to the air cycle mode. This setting will automatically turn the fan on for a set period of time every hour. For instance, 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off each hour. This dial also controls the humidistat set point, which is the minimum level of humidity that must be present before the sensor will turn on the fan. For instance, if the humidity set point is set at 50 and the relative humidity level in the room is 30, the device will not turn the fan on until the level reaches 50. This setting meets Cal Green requirements in the state of California. The humidity sensor is factory set in the off position when you receive it, which should be appropriate for most applications. Your Leviton humidity sensor and fan control is now ready for use. For more information about the new humidity sensor and fan control from Leviton, visit www.leviton.com/humidity.